Have you ever felt that your organization is stuck in chaos with no clear processes or direction? Or you've hired employees and you don't trust them to do the job that you hired them to do, leaving you to do double work? That's where SOPs come in. Standard operating procedures aren't just a tool, they're the backbone of a successful business. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create effective SOPs for your organization. Whether you're starting from scratch or improving existing processes, by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to systematize your business. My name is Carl Pierre, and I run healthcare agencies that do $13 million annually. At the time of this recording, we have about 30 administrative employees managing over 300 field staff. On this channel, I aim to teach entrepreneurs and leaders how to scale their business and eventually exit. Everything I share is to help you do what I've done faster and smarter than I personally did it. Before creating SOPs, ask yourself, what are your organization's goals? Is it improving efficiency, reducing errors, or scaling operations? Your SOPs should align with these objectives. For example, when I created SOPs for Aidbook, one of the main goals was to streamline recruitment and onboarding. Knowing this allowed me to focus on the processes that mattered the most to achieve our desired outcome, which was hiring healthcare professionals to staff cases or contracts. Step 2 is really to identify key processes. List the core processes within your organization. Start with the areas causing the most friction or confusing, like hiring, payroll, or client management. I recommend involving team members in this step to ensure that you don't overlook anything. For instance, we realized that our payroll SOPs needed to feature details down to how to get payroll CSVs from our software OnTime ITS and the steps to upload that file to Paychex. You may think something as simple as uploading a CSV doesn't really need much explaining. However, it actually does, along with a checklist to ensure that no step was skipped. One tool that I use to keep track of each process is Asana. We number them and name each process and assign which roles in our company need to be trained on this particular process. Next, you need to document step-by-step instructions. This is the meat of your SOPs. Break down each process into clear, actionable steps. Use simple language and include visuals or screenshots where necessary. A great SOP answers these 3 questions. Who does what? When do they do it? And how do they do it? For example, in our discharging a client from OnTime SOP, we outlined every step from receiving the discharge notification to marking the client as discharged from the active patients list. One tip that I got from reading up on McDonald's SOPs is that they recommend that a process shouldn't be more than 6 steps. So our template only has 6 fields and allows us to audit and review the process as needed. If longer than 6 steps, we either have to simplify how we do things or we break it down into several different SOPs. When done, you have to roll out training and have a method for your staff to access these SOPs and review them regularly. Obviously, a big part is getting all the information down, but you have to have a center, a place that they can go where they could access this. In the early days, we just did this in Google Drive, and we would upload all of these screenshots and processes into a single folder where our staff could go back and research and search it out. That was effective then, but we realized that people were kind of not utilizing the tool in the way that we wanted them to. So then we started to incorporate it into their onboarding process, again, mandating that they go through it and learn. But we saw that there was a gap. And what I wanted to do was follow systems that worked in other organizations. And that's when I came across how QuickBooks manages the training on their platform. You see, on QuickBooks, they have every single process explained in a short 3 to 5 minute video, and then they have a follow-up quiz. So I wanted to recreate a tool that did the same exact thing. That way I can post the SOP, have all the information accessed, whether it was a video, a PDF, or a quiz, and be able to track whether or not my employees were actually getting it done. This way we ensure that they learned and that they were taking the quizzes and scoring and seeing exactly where they're struggling and knowing where we can improve on the training to make it a little more clear. The point that I want to make here is that you have to have a clear process to how you're even going to onboard and train staff with the SOPs that you've created. So make sure that you create SOPs for the continuous learning and upkeep and management of people using these SOPs to enrich their learning and to improve their learning experience. The next step is really assigning ownership. SOPs are only effective if someone is accountable for each step. Assign roles and responsibilities to team members and team leads and ensure that everyone understands their particular part. In my organization, I assign process owners for every step in the SOP. This ensures accountability and keeps things running smoothly. From time to time, HR is responsible for conducting process review to ensure no departures from the process as we have it designed. SOPs aren't a one-and-done deal. As your business evolves, so should your processes. Schedule regular reviews, quarterly or biannually, to update outdated procedures or refine them for efficiency. For instance, as we integrated new tool features in on time, we update our SOPs to reflect those changes. If we're seeing that we're getting too many complaints about a particular action within our company, we also go back to our SOPs and see if we can improve them. If we see that there is a gap, we will improve it, retrain, test for competency, and the whole process starts all over again. Now that you have the steps to create SOPs for your organization, remember, SOPs aren't just about documenting processes. They're about building a scalable, efficient, and thriving business. If you want to see examples or need help creating your own, reach out to me or check out our resources at passiveworkforce.com. Let's get your organization running like a well-oiled machine. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content on building and scaling your business. I'm planning on doing an SOP workshop, so if you're interested in joining that exclusive event, comment below the word workshop so that I can send you over a link to register. I'll see you in the next video.